Micah chapter 1. The word of Yahweh which came to Micah of Morsheth in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he beheld concerning Samaria and Jerusalem. Hear, O peoples, all of you. Give heed, O earth, as well as its fullness. And let Lord Yahweh be a witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, Yahweh is going forth from his place. He will come down and tread on the high places of the earth. The mountains will melt under him, and the valleys will be split, like wax before the fire, like water poured down a steep place. All this is for the transgression of Jacob, and for the sins of the house of Israel. What is the transgression of Jacob? Is it not Samaria? What is the high place of Judah? Is it not Jerusalem? So I will make Samaria a heap of ruins in the field, planting places for a vineyard, and I will pour her stones down into the valley, and will lay bare her foundations, and all of her graven images will be smashed, and all of her earnings will be burned with fire, and all of her idols I will make desolate, for she collected them from a harlot's earnings, and to the earnings of a harlot they will return. Because of this I must lament and wail. I must go barefoot and naked. I must make a lament like the jackals, and a mourning like the ostriches, for her wound is incurable, for it has come to Judah. It has reached the gate of my people, even to Jerusalem. Tell it not in Gath. Weep not at all. At Beth-Lephra roll yourself in the dust. Pass on by, inhabitant of Shaphir, in shameful nakedness. The inhabitant of Zanan does not go out. The lamentation of Beth-Ezel, he will take from you its support. For the inhabitant of Maroth writhes in waiting for good, because a calamity has come down from Yahweh. To the gate of Jerusalem, harness the chariot to the team of horses. O inhabitant of Lachish, she was the beginning of sin. To the daughter of Zion, because in you were found the transgressions of Israel, therefore you will give parting gifts. On behalf of Morsheth Gath, the houses of Achzib will become a deception. To the kings of Israel, moreover I will bring on you the one who takes possession. O inhabitant of Mersha, the glory of Israel will enter Adullam. Make yourself bald and cut off your hair, because of the children of your delight. Extend your baldness like the eagle, for they will go from you into exile. Micah chapter 2. Woe to those who devise wickedness, who work out evil on their beds. When the light of the morning comes, they do it, for it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields, and then tear them away, and houses, and take them away. And they oppress a man and his house, a man and his inheritance. Therefore thus says Yahweh, behold, I am devising against this family an evil demise, from which you cannot remove your necks, and you will not walk haughtily, for it will be an evil time. On that day they will take up against you a taunt, and utter a bitter wailing and say, we are completely devastated. He exchanges the portion of my people. How he removes it from me. To the faithless one he apportions our fields. Therefore you will have no one stretching a measuring line. For you buy lot in the assembly of Yahweh. Do not speak, dripping out words, they say while dripping out words. But if they do not drip out words concerning these things, dishonor will not be turned back. Is it being said, O house of Jacob, is the spirit of Yahweh impatient? Are these his deeds? Do not my words do good to the one walking uprightly? And recently my people have arisen as an enemy. You strip the robe off the garment, from unsuspecting passers-by, from those returned from war. The women of my people you drive out, each one from her pleasant house. From her infants you take my splendor forever. Arise and go, for this is no place of rest, because of the uncleanness that wreaks destruction, a painful destruction. If a man walking after wind and lying had acted falsely and said, I will speak, dripping out words to you concerning wine and liquor, he would be one who drips out words as a spokesman to this people. I will surely assemble all of you, Jacob. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together like sheep in the fold, like a flock in the midst of its pasture. They will be noisy with men. The breaker goes up before them. They break out, pass through the gate, and go out by it. So their king goes on before them, and Yahweh at their head. Micah chapter 3. And I said, hear now, heads of Jacob, and rulers of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know justice? You who hate good and love evil, who tear off their skin from them, and their flesh from their bones, and who eat the flesh of my people. Strip off their skin from them, break their bones, and spread them out as for the pot, and as meat in a cauldron. Then they will cry out to Yahweh, but he will not answer them. Instead, he will hide his face from them at that time. because they have practiced evil deeds. Thus says Yahweh concerning the prophets who lead my people astray, when they have something to bite with their teeth. They call out peace, but against him who puts nothing in their mouths. They set themselves apart for war. Therefore it will be night for you, without vision, and darkness for you, without divination. The sun will go down on the prophets, and the day will grow black over them. The seers will be ashamed, and the diviners will be humiliated. Indeed, they will all cover their mouths, because there is no answer from God. On the other hand, I am filled with power, with the Spirit of Yahweh, and with justice and might, to declare to Jacob his transgression, even to Israel his sin. Now hear this, heads of the house of Jacob, and rulers of the house of Israel, who abhor justice, and twist everything that is straight, who build Zion with bloodshed, and Jerusalem with violent injustice. Her heads pronounce judgment for a bribe, and her priests instruct for a price, and her prophets divine for money. Yet they lean on Yahweh, saying, Is not Yahweh in our midst? Evil will not come upon us. Therefore, on account of you, Zion will be plowed as a field, Jerusalem will become a heap of ruins, and the mountain of the house of God will become high places of a forest. Micah chapter 4. Now it will be that in the last days, the mountain of the house of Yahweh will be established as the head of the mountains, and will be lifted up above the hills, and the peoples will stream to it, and many nations will come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may instruct us from his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For from Zion will go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem, and he will judge between many peoples, and will render decisions for mighty, distant nations. And they will hammer their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not lift up sword against nation, and never again will they learn war. And each of them will sit under his vine, and under his fig tree, with no one to make them tremble. For the mouth of Yahweh of hosts has spoken, though all the peoples walk, each in the name of his God. As for us, we will walk in the name of Yahweh our God forever and ever. In that day, declares Yahweh, I will assemble the lame, and gather the banished, even those upon whom I have brought calamity. I will make the lame a remnant, and the outcasts a mighty nation, and Yahweh will reign over them in Mount Zion, from now on and forever. And as for you, tower of the flock, hill of the daughter of Zion, to you it will come, even the former dominion will come, the kingdom of the daughter of Jerusalem. Now, why do you make a loud shout? Is there no king among you? Or has your counselor perished? That writhing has taken hold of you like a woman in childbirth. Rise and labor to give birth, daughter of Zion, like a woman in childbirth. For now you will go out of the city, dwell in the field, and go to Babylon. There you will be delivered, there Yahweh will redeem you from the hand of your enemies. But now many nations have been assembled against you, who say, Let her be polluted, and let our eyes behold Zion in triumph. But they do not know the thoughts of Yahweh, and they do not understand his counsel, for he has gathered them like sheaves to the thrashing floor. Arise and thresh, daughter of Zion, for your horn I will make iron, and your hoofs I will make bronze, that you may pulverize many peoples, that you may devote to Yahweh their greedy gain unto destruction, and their wealth to the Lord of all the earth. Micah chapter 5. Now muster yourselves in troops, daughter of troops. They have laid siege against us. With a rod they will strike the judge of Israel on the cheek. But as for you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you one will go forth for me, to be ruler in Israel. His goings forth are from everlasting, from the ancient days. Therefore he will give them up until the time when she who is in childbirth has borne a child. Then the remainder of his brothers will return to the sons of Israel, and he will stand and shepherd his flock in the strength of Yahweh, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh his God, and they will remain, because at that time he will be great, to the ends of the earth, and this one will be peace. When the Assyrian enters our land, when he treads on our citadels, then we will raise against him 7 shepherds and 8 princes of men, and they will shepherd the land of Assyria with the sword, the land of Nimrod at its entrances, and he will deliver us from the Assyrian when he enters our land, and when he treads within our borders. Then the remnant of Jacob will be among many peoples, like dew from Yahweh, like showers on vegetation, which do not hope for man, or wait for the sons of men. Then the remnant of Jacob will be among the nations, among many peoples, like a lion among the beasts of the forest, like a young lion among flocks of sheep, which, if it passes through, tramples down in tears, and there is none to deliver. Your hand will be raised up against your adversaries, and all your enemies will be cut off. And it will be in that day, declares Yahweh, that I will cut off your horses from among you, and destroy your chariots, and I will cut off the cities of your land, and pull down all your fortifications, and I will cut off sorceries from your hand, and you will have soothsaying no more, and I will cut off your graven images, and your sacred pillars from among you, so that you will no longer worship the work of your hands, and I will uproot your Asherim from among you, and eradicate your cities, and I will execute vengeance in anger and wrath on the nations which have not listened. Micah chapter 6. Listen now to what Yahweh is saying. Arise, plead your case before the mountains, and let the hills listen to your voice. Listen, you mountains, to the case of Yahweh, and you enduring foundations of the earth, because Yahweh has a case against his people. Even with Israel he will reprove. My people, what have I done to you? And how have I wearied you? Answer me. Indeed, I brought you up from the land of Egypt, and ransomed you from the house of slavery. And I sent before you Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. My people, remember now what Balak king of Moab counseled, and what Balaam son of Beor answered him, and from Shittim to Gilgal, so that you might know the righteous acts of Yahweh. With what shall I come before Yahweh, and bow myself before the God on high? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with yearling calves? Is Yahweh pleased with thousands of rams, with 10,000 rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He has told you, O man, what is good, and what does Yahweh require of you? But to do justice, to love loving kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. The voice of Yahweh will call to the city, and it is sound wisdom to fear your name. Hear, O tribe, who even has appointed its time. Is there yet a man in the wicked house, along with treasures of wickedness, and a short measure which is cursed? Can I purify wicked scales, and a bag of deceptive weights? For the rich men of the city are full of violence, and her inhabitants speak lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. So also I will make you sick, striking you down, desolating you because of your sins. You will eat, but you will not be satisfied, and your vileness will be in your midst. And you will try to remove something for safekeeping, but you will not cause anything to escape. And that which you do of escape, I will give to the sword. You will sow, but you will not reap. You will tread the olive, but will not anoint yourself with oil, and the grapes, but you will not drink wine. The statutes of Omri and all the works of the house of Ahab are kept, and in their counsels you walk. Therefore I will give you up as an object of horror, and your inhabitants as an object of hissing, and you will bear the reproach of my people. Micah chapter 7. Woe is me, for I am like the fruit pickers, like the grape gatherers. There is not a cluster of grapes to eat, or a first ripe fig which my soul desires. The Holy One has perished from the land, and there is no upright person among men. All of them lie in wait for bloodshed. Each of them hunts the other with a net. Concerning evil, both hands do it well. The prince asks also the judge for a payment, and a great man speaks the craving of his soul, so they weave it together. The best of them is like a briar, the most upright like a thorn hedge. The day when you post your watchmen, your punishment will come. At that time their panic will happen. Do not believe in a neighbor. Do not have confidence in a close companion. From her who lies in your bosom, guard the openings of your mouth. For son treats father as a wicked fool. Daughter rises up against her mother. Daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own household. But as for me, I will watch expectantly for Yahweh. I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Do not be glad over me, O my enemy. Though I fall, I will rise. Though I inhabit the darkness, Yahweh is a light for me. I will bear the rage of Yahweh, because I have sinned against him. Until he pleads my case and does justice for me, he will bring me out to the light, and I will see his righteousness. Then my enemy will see, and shame will cover her who said to me, Where is Yahweh your God? My eyes will look on her. At that time she will be trampled down. Like mire of the streets, it will be a day for building your walls. On that day your boundary will be extended. It will be a day when they will come to you, from Assyria and the cities of Egypt, from Egypt even to the river, even from sea to sea and mountain to mountain. And the earth will become desolate because of her inhabitants, on account of the fruit of their deeds. Shepherd your people with your scepter, the flock of your inheritance, which dwells by itself in the forest, in the midst of a fruitful orchard. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, as in the ancient days, as in the days when you came out from the land of Egypt. I will show you wondrous deeds. Nations will see and be ashamed. Of all their might, they will put their hand on their mouse. Their ears will be deaf. They will lick the dust like a serpent, like crawling things of the earth. They will come trembling out of their fortresses. To Yahweh our God they will come in dread, and they will be afraid before you. Who is a God like you, who forgives iniquity, and passes over the transgression of the remnant of his inheritance? He does not hold fast to his anger forever, because he delights in loving kindness. He will again have compassion on us. He will subdue our iniquities, and you will cast all their sins. Into the depths of the sea you will give truth to Jacob, and loving kindness to Abraham, which you swore to our fathers, from the days of old,